Hello students, good morning. I am Prem Gupta, your English teacher. Dear students, in the previous classes we were discussing the chapter 7 of English grammar. The name of the chapter is the verb kinds of verb. Dear students, in this chapter we have already discussed the topic, the definition of verb. What is verb? Dear students, I have told you that verb is a word that denotes the action, possession, relation or state of being. Okay? Verb is a word that denotes the action, possession, relation or state of being. Okay students, I have also told you so many examples. Okay? For example, the children play. Here the word plays. Here the word, the children play. The children play. Here in this sentence the word play denotes an action. Okay? Here the word play denotes an action, therefore that is verb. And another example I have given you, I have a car. I have a car. Here the word denotes, here the word have denotes the possession. Therefore that is also a verb. What kind of verb? Helping verb. Okay? Another thing that is verb. And another thing, Sita is star. Sita is star. Here the word is also denote the state of being. Okay students? So on the basis of this example we can say that a verb is a word that denotes the action, possession, relation or its state of being. Okay students? And dear students, I have also told you that there are two main kinds. There are two main kinds of verb. That is main verb. I have told you already. There are two kinds of verb, main verb and helping verb. It is also known as auxiliary verb. And main verb, what is main verb and what is helping verb? I have told you that main verb can be used without helping verb. Okay? It may be used without or with, both. The main verb can be used in a sentence without, with or without, both. We can use the main verb with helping verb. We can use the main verb without the helping verb. Okay? Or we can say that main verb can be used without helping verb, but helping verb cannot be used without main verb. Okay students? And what is helping verb? It is used, the helping verb used with the main verb. Okay? To show that, to change the tense, voice and mood. Okay students? Just see, helping main verb can be used without helping verb, but helping verb cannot be used without main verb. Okay students, I have told you that there are two main kinds. There are two kinds of main verb. I have told you that is transitive verb, and another is intransitive verb. Okay students, just see here. There are two kinds of verb, main verb and helping verb. And main verb can be categorized into two sub-kinds, that is transitive verb and intransitive verb. And helping verb can be also categorized into two sub-kinds, that is primary auxiliaries. Helping verb is also known as auxiliary verb. Okay? Auxiliary. Primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. Okay students? So these are the kinds. You have already written it in your notebook, I hope. There are two kinds of verb, helping verb and main verb. Main verb, there are two sub kinds of main verb, that is transitive verb, intransitive verb. There are two sub kinds of helping verb, that is primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. Dear students, these two topics we have to read in this chapter, that is transitive verb and intransitive verb. Okay students, in the previous classes we have read up to this. Now just put out your notebook and put the heading transitive verb. Now we will discuss what is transitive verb. Just student, write down the heading transitive verb. Transitive verb. Wait. Transitive verb. Just put the heading transitive verb. Transitive verb. Transitive verb. Verb. Okay student, just put the heading transitive verb. What is transitive verb? Dear students, the verb used with an object. The verb used with an object, that is known as transitive verb. It is given in your book also. Okay, just here, a book which requires an object. The verb which requires an object after it to complete the sentence is called transitive verb. The verb which requires an object, that is called transitive verb. Okay? What is intransitive verb? The verb which does not require an object. The verb used without an object, that is known as intransitive verb. Okay students, just write down the verb used with an object. Just see, write down the verb used with an object. You see, the verb used with an object is called a transitive verb. Is called transitive verb. Okay, just write it. The verb used with an object is called transitive verb. Okay, for example, we can see. Just start out the example. Ram reads a book. Ram reads a book. Okay students, so one thing I want to tell you, a trick you can say. What and whom? What and whom? If we are asking the question by using the interrogative word what and whom, if we are getting the answer, if we are getting an object by asking the question with what and whom, if we are getting an object, then that would be the transitive word. What और whom लगाकर हम क्वेश्चन करेंगे और उसके आंसर में अगर हमको ऑब्जेक्ट प्राप्त होता है तो that would be the transitive. That would be the transitive word. Okay students, for example we are making here the question Ram reads a book. This is the sentence. We have to check it. That verb, that what is verb here? The verb is reads. And we will check with these by making the question with what and whom. What does Ram reads? We are getting an object, a book. A book is what? Object here. Book is object here. So that is transitive verb. Okay, we can make the question. We can see here just what does Ram read? Okay, so this is the question. What does Ram read? We are getting the answer. Ram reads a book. So here the word book is an object. Okay, student. So that verb, the verb reads, is a transitive verb. Okay, student. So you keep in your mind that by using what and whom, if we are making question and we are getting the answer, we are getting the object, then that word would be the transitive verb. Okay, students. So just write the example. Ram reads a book. In this sentence, what is verb? Reads. What kind of verb? That is transitive verb. Why? Because there is an object. There is an object. What is object in this sentence? Book. Okay, student, just see. Ram reads a book. In this sentence, the word reads is verb, and what kind of verb? That is transitive verb. Okay, students. So this is that. One more example, please see. Mohan flies a kite. Okay, Mohan flies a kite. Now we will again make the question. We will make the question. What does Mohan fly? What does Mohan fly? We are getting an object, a kite. Therefore, that is transitive verb. Here, the word fly is verb. What kind of verb? That is transitive verb. Okay, student? And what is this? Book is object. Kite is object in this sentence. Therefore, that is transitive verb. Okay, students, I hope that you all have understood the topic transitive. What is transitive verb? The verb used with an object, that is called transitive verb. Okay, students? Dear students, in your book it is also given object in transitive verb. And it is written here direct object and indirect object. But I have told you in a very few lines that by using the question what, if we are making any question using what and we are getting the answer, if we are getting an object, then that would be the transitive verb. It is already written in your book, you will read it. Okay? The object that answer the question what are called direct object. Okay? If we are getting the answer object, then that would be the direct object. If we are putting the question with what and we are getting the object, then that would be the what? That would be the transitive verb. Okay, and that would be the direct object. Or indirect object, the object that answer the question whom. The object that answer the question whom are called intransitive verb. For example, she writes him a letter. She writes him a letter. Here, what is object? A letter. Okay? She writes him. One more example you write. Question number 3. Just write down. She writes him a letter. She writes him a letter. Okay, student? Just see here. We will make the question with whom. With whom? By using the word whom, we will make the question. Whom does she writes a letter? Whom does she write? So we are getting an answer. She writes him a letter. Here the object is him. Wait 1 minute. It is given here in your book. In the above sentence, asking the question whom, the verb answer the him. In both the answer, so the him is indirect object. Here the word him is indirect object. It is given in your book. Okay, we are getting the answer him. who writes, whom does, sorry, here there will be writes, S. Okay, whom does she writes a letter, she writes a letter, she writes him a letter. Therefore, that is an object. What kind of object? That is indirect object. Okay, student? So just write it. What is verb here? That is verb. That is verb. Okay, student? So I hope that you all have understood the transitive verb. What is transitive verb? Just see, in this sentence, what is the object? The word book is object. Here the word object, that is kite. Kite is direct object. And here the word him is indirect object. Okay? And that is direct object. We are putting the question with what? What does she write? What does she write? She writes a letter. So that is, a letter is direct object. But here the word him is indirect object. Okay, students? It is given in your book. You will read this in detail. And come to the next. I hope that you all have written it. Put the heading next. That is intransitive verb. Intransitive verb. Just say, student. Next topic, that is intransitive verb. Intransitive verb. Okay, just see. Intransitive verb. And what is intransitive verb? The verb used without an object. The verb used without an object, that is known as intransitive verb. In your book it is given a verb that does not require an object. That is the same thing. The verb that does not require an object to complete its sense but makes sense by itself is called an intransitive verb. Okay, or we can also say that the verb used without an object is called intransitive verb. Okay, for example, first of all you write what is intransitive verb. The verb used without, the verb used without an object just see, the verb used without an object is called intransitive verb. Is called intransitive verb. You see, the verb used without an object is called intransitive verb. For example, we will see the example. She runs fast. She runs fast. Dear students, one thing you keep in your mind that if we are asking the question using what and whom, what and whom, if we are not getting the answer, then that verb would be the intransitive verb. Here we cannot make the question. We cannot get the object by asking with the word what and whom. We can make the question what does she do? It gives the answer how. It gives the answer of the question how. How does she run? She runs fast. It gives the answer of how, but we have to get the answer by putting the question what and whom. Therefore, that is intransitive. Because we are not getting an object, that is verb, that is adverb. Okay? Not object. Okay, students? So just put the next question. The bird fly in the sky. The bird fly in the sky. Okay, students? Here again, that is intransitive verb. That is intransitive verb because we are not getting the object. It does not require an object to complete the sentence. Okay? She runs fast. Here there is no object. Here the bird fly in the sky. There is no object. We are putting the question with what? What does, there is birds. What does bird fly? It gives the answer on the question where. It does not give the question of what and whom. If we are making the question with where does birds fly? Then we are getting the answer sky. But we have to find out the answer of these questions only, what and whom. If we are getting the answer, then that would be the transitive verb. Dear students, only you keep in your mind. If we are putting the question with what and whom, and we are getting the object, we are getting an object, then that would be the transitive. If we are putting the question with what and whom and we are not getting an object, then that would be the intransitive verb. अगर हम what और whom से क्वेश्चन लगाकर पूछते हैं, क्वेश्चन बना के पूछते हैं और ऑब्जेक्ट हमको मिलता है, then that would be the transitive verb. अगर ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं मिलता है what और whom लगा के, तो क्या होगा? intransitive verb होगा. Okay, students? So transitive verbs are those which needs an object, which requires an object to complete the sentence. And the verb that does not need any object to complete the sentence, then that verb would be the intransitive. Or we can also say that the verb used with an object, that is known as transitive verb, and the verb used without an object, that is known as intransitive verb. Okay, students, example you have seen, and you also keep in your mind what and whom. It is very simple, and you have to solve all the exercises on the basis of that, what and whom. If we are getting an object by putting this question, what and whom, then that would be the transitive. If we are not getting an object, then that would be the intransitive. Okay, students, you keep in your mind. So, students, I hope that you all have understood the things. What is transitive verb and what is intransitive verb. Dear students, there are clauses of verb also given. Here, a strong verb and a weak verb is given. Dear students, it is written here. We do not add ed just here. We are using in the strong verb. Only keep in your mind, I will not write here. If we are making any verb, we are changing the tense of any verb. Just here it is written, strong verbs are those which form the past tense by changing the vowels of the present tense of the verb. We do not add ed. Where there we do not add ed, rd, rt to make the past form. Where we do not add ed, t, d, t to make the past form, then that would be the strong verb. For example, we can see ring. We cannot say that ring. Ring, that is wrong. There would be the past form of rang. Okay, run. That is the past participle form. Okay, we are not adding here ed, dt. So that is what kind of verb? Strong verb. That is strong verb. No need to write. Dear students, you will write up to this only. You will write up to this. Okay? And what is weak verb? That needs ed. That needs, जिसको जोड़ने के लिए, जिसको पास्ट बनाने के लिए या पास्ट पार्टिसिपल बनाने के लिए ed की जरूरत होती है. ed, d or t. For example, you can say ask is there. That is the first form, and asked past form. We are making here ed. So that is weak verb. And the past participle is also asked. Okay, students? So if we are making the past form by adding ed, dt, that would be the weak verb. And if we are not using ed, dt to make the past form or past participle form, that would be the strong verb. Okay, students, you keep in your mind only this. Okay, students, and in your book it is given the strong verb, list of strong verbs. That is also the forms of the verb. Main form of the verb, that is known as first form of the verb. Second form of the verb is known as past form of the verb. Third form of the verb is known as past participle form of the verb. We have read all these forms of verb in the previous classes also. Okay, so you will learn it. List of strong verbs, list of weak verbs. It is given at the page number 29, 20, 30, 31. Okay, students, you will learn all these things. All the forms of verb you need to learn. You must learn it because it is very, very essential thing for your life, for the language. Okay? So students, that's all for today. Today we have discussed what is transitive verb and what is intransitive verb. In the next class we will discuss the exercises of this chapter. Okay, students? That's all for today. Thank you.